Hey everyone, Mark Bushy here, man of real estate. Everyone keeps asking me, hey, is now a good time to buy a house? Stay tuned and we'll tell you why it's a great time to buy a house. All right, so everyone keeps asking me, hey, is this a good time to buy a house? Am I foolish for even looking at houses right now? The rates are higher, are we paying more for houses or paying less? What's happening right now? Well, we're in kind of a unique market, I'll be honest with you. The last couple of years, we've been definitely what's in called a seller's market. So basically, there's low inventory, lots of buyers. The sellers have total control over all of the transactions there. They are demanding top dollar. It's tougher to get inspection items taken care of if you can get an inspection at all. Sometimes people are waiving appraisals, offering way above asking price. Definitely one of the craziest sellers markets I've ever seen. Based on inventory alone, so if we have less than say 5 or 6 months of inventory, we are in what's considered to be a seller's market. That means there's low inventory and they still control, the negotiations there. When inventory starts to stack up and we have more than 6 or 7 months of inventory, we get to be a buyer's market and the buyers get to control more of the negotiations. They can come in and lowball, lower prices, ask for more things. They can ask for seller concessions, like having your closing costs paid for, that kind of thing. We're kind of in a unique situation right now where we still have very low market inventory. So we're right around just over 2 months of inventory. With 2 months of inventory, that is crazy low. There's just not much out there to buy right now. But overall sales volume has dropped. There's just not as many sales happening. People are worried about the economy. People are worried about the interest rates, and with good reason, because the rates do affect your house price considerably. And people are really, suffering right now with, cost of gas, cost of groceries, everything else, rent going up, whatever it is. And so people are cautious right now. But so what I'm telling people is, even despite the low inventory, we're still getting sellers that really need to get a house sold. And we're getting a lot of negotiating done on the buyer side. Some of my recent sales, we've gotten the price reduced considerably, as well as having inspections done where every item we asked for was taken care of. And, getting seller concessions, like getting closing costs paid for. Or a big thing right now is to get the rates bought down. So you can actually ask the seller, instead of reducing the price, why don't you give me some cash and we can buy the rate down so that our payment is lower over the long haul. So great time to negotiate. So it's almost like being in a buyer's market with seller's market inventory. Regarding the rates, the rates definitely have gone up. Last couple of years, they were at 3% or less consistently. And that really drove the market. That along with COVID and people working from home, all these different things that were happening in the world, the housing market was just nuts for like 2 years. Right now with the rates, they have more than doubled since last year. I remember I was on vacation last January and rates were 3%. By the time I got back from vacation, they were close to 4%. And they've gone up and up since then, and they've been ticking up. But historically, these rates are not very high. So I just got someone approved last week, and depending on the lender and which program they used, it was going to be either 6 or 6.5% interest rate. I bought my first house in 2004 with a 6.5% interest rate loan on a 30-year mortgage. This was 2004. This was when the market was ramping up to the big bubble that burst in 2007, and houses were selling like crazy at top dollar then. And so right now, 6.5, even 7 is not historically that crazy. It's just we're not used to it. We're used to seeing these crazy low rates, 3%. I had clients a year and a half ago get approved at 2.25%, if you can believe that. So we got spoiled for a short time, but you also struggle to find a house to buy because there's so much competition. Right now, let's say rates, for instance, if you get a loan, a $500,000 house on a 6% loan, your payment is going to be about $3,000. That's principal and interest on a 30-year mortgage. So what is going to cause house prices to drop? I keep hearing people say, we're going to wait till the market drops. We're going to wait till the prices drop. Well, what's going to cause the market to drop is if we continue to have a bad economy and if rates keep going up. So let's say rates go up to 7%, 7.25%, and house prices drop 10%. Well, guess where your payment is? Principal and interest is about $3,000. It's roughly the same. Let's take it to the extreme. Let's say it goes up another point. Let's say we get up to 8% interest rates and house prices drop another 10%. guess what? Your payment is actually over $3,000 because the interest rate is actually more important for determining your payment than the price of the house is in some cases. So yes, we might see, more inventory pop up. We might see prices drop. But if that's because rates keep going up, then that's not really helping the situation at all. Right now, you can negotiate things. You can get things figured out. You can get things paid for by the seller. You can get your inspection reports done. There's not much competition right now. A lot of people don't want to move in the winter time. So I would say right now, yeah, I got people looking, and we are negotiating some pretty great deals for buyers at this time. Get in there before the spring rush. We always have a rush in the springtime. Comes March, April, May. We'll get more listings coming up for sure, and we'll have more buyers at the same time. Right now, you can get out there, look at houses. There's no competition. Is your payment higher? It can be, yes. Are you getting more things negotiated? Yes. And what I'm suggesting is when you get some of those things paid for by the seller, I would seriously consider using it to buy your rate down. And there's a couple different programs out there where you can just permanently buy your rate down by a half point or a point. Or we have loan programs right now called a 2-1 buy down or a 3-2-1 buy down. What that means is you get for 2-1 buy down, you can have the sellers pay a concession for you. You can buy your interest rate down by 2 points. So if you're approved for 6% today, you can get 4% interest rate for the first year. Second year, it's 1%. So that's the 2-1 buy down. So for 2 years, you're getting a lower rate. And then on year 3, it goes back to the rate that you were approved for, which will be 6 or 6.5%. By that time, ideally, hopefully rates have gone down. We don't know. We can't predict the future. They may go up. If they go up, you'll be happy you locked in a rate at 6.5%, at 6%. If they go down, you have an opportunity to refinance your house to the lower rate anyways. So, it's really not hurting you to get locked into that rate right now. 3-2-1 is the same kind of thing. First year is 3% down reduction. Second year is 2% reduction. Third year is a 1% reduction. And then year 4, you're back to your normal rate. So if rates were to drop down to a comfortable level and you want to refinance before all that takes place, the money that was contributed towards your buy down can actually be used to buy down your principal if there's any remaining funds there. So it's kind of a win-win in all different situations here. So there's a lot of creative solutions out there. There's a lot of creative financing. There's zero down options with VA or USDA loans. There's low down payments, 3 to 5% down, FHA loans, conventional loans. It's really a great time to get into buying a house right now. In my opinion, I've even in this high, interest rate times here, with the economic slowdown, I've purchased 3 investment properties this year. I'm not stopping. I'm still looking for good deals. So the answer to the question, yes, it can be a great time to buy a house right now. Love to chat with you. Love to talk about some creative financing, introduce you to some of my trusted lenders that I work with that have these programs here. So give me a call. Let's meet up, whatever, have coffee. I don't care what it is. Send me a message. You can call me here, 701-793-8543, or just shoot me a message here in the comments, or just reach out to me here. So love to meet up and help you get in the home. Hey, thanks so much for checking out my content here. If you found it valuable or informative, please hit that subscribe button below and click on that bell to get notifications of any new content I upload. And if you know someone who's looking to buy, sell, or invest, I'd love it. I'd be so appreciative if you would share this channel with them, get them some information that might be useful for them. Thanks.